Sweet. Good, we're online and live. Cool. Yeah. So what is VX1? So the VIX futures. People look at the market and then look for the volatility, and that's measured in this thing called the VIX. How that's measured, I'm sure it's pretty cool and whatever. But then, because of that, because we're in the gambling game, people bet on the future of volatility. So the VIX futures is just like we're betting with the NQ versus the Nasdaq. We're betting on the future, how volatile the future will be. So people will take a gauge of the three things, which would be VIX itself, the VVIX, so the volatility of the VIX, like how fast is the VIX itself moving, and then what is the future pricing in of volatility in the VIX. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. So those three things are quite key, and you can check it over there. That's why it's on this like killer indicator that I forget what that dude's name is. I'll have be cooler to him, but let me just go back to do something for this. Just want to put a border on it, put a background on it. Should be sweet. Let's stick the sucker to the front. All right. Welcome traders. Well, the -1 people. I suppose one day there might be more than -1, but for now there's -1 people. What have we got going on today? Let's kick the day off and start going through our usual spiel. Right. Time for time. Check out that news. 20 minutes to market open. Unexpected strong jobs, despite troubling backdrop, blah 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 blah. Cool. So we got a huge divergence between people without jobs and suddenly the amount of people with jobs. So I suppose this is now the kickback from Trump, like lessening the government workforce. So like all those people have gone private now. So all of those people from the government that got fired are now in the private. That's why the NFPs went up. But overall, when you look at the economy and what people are doing, so that kind of explains to me where the NFP number comes from. Is literally just from the government jobs. But then on the real, more people today have claimed, or from whenever this statistic was published, initial jobless. So they've not been able to, well, this is the first time rather that they're claiming for no job. So that's gone up slightly. And that shows a weakening economy, so that's deflationary. And then continuous jobless claims, I forget the exact measure, but it's something like when somebody has applied for X amount of jobs within a certain amount of period and they're still claiming benefits, there is like a tail off, so it's like after like 3 months or something. Again, DYOR, bro. But that's kind of how I remember it. So continued jobs, so more people are still unemployed, barely than what they forecast. But initially, again, more people are initially unemployed. So cool, deflationary on the backdrop of the massive inflationary numbers yesterday. So it's like the Fed has a bit of a fight to do here. They don't know, I don't know what they're going to do, like cut, raise. And this is the thing, no one really knows. So if we look at the VIX, like the volatility, check, we're at 102. We're at 102 today. So super volatile market because, again, it's not exactly what I'm saying, but it's like it's quite obvious that no one really understands what's going on over there. So if we look at the numbers, we can see we're at 19, we're at 102. The trend is decreasing, although the futures is increasing. My data is a bit behind, so we'll go look at that in a bit. In fact, we'll go look at it right now. VIX currently sitting at 17. 102 is correct. So the VVIX, or the volatility of the VIX, and then VIX futures at 20. I don't know what the triple B is. That's the old rocket scooter thing, but anyway. Cool. What else is going on? We've got treasury yields spiking up. Gold is just grinding, kind of. It's in a consolidation. It's going to be there for a long time. Europe's looking all right, although that looks pretty dangerous right at the top there. The yen looks like it's going up. Go take a step back and you'll see how far it's actually down. And then the DXY, so the dollar basket, that's, I mean, I remember it at 96 a few days ago as well, so it hasn't really moved. Well, there's the move. My bad. No. It's kind of around 96-ish. Yeah. Cool. So dollar getting sold off, metal still looking good. Where's silver at? Silver 83. Glad I sold yesterday. And then I actually don't care about anything else. Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin is doing alright. Coming a bit up. We knew it would base around 60s for a while. And then anything else? I mean, all these numbers here at the bottom is all like the Fed. So the Fed's doing something. Something's broken, I would say. There's a lot of like numbers pumping into Fed numbers here. So yeah, something's broken and they're propping up the economy. Cool. So that's the news. That's the general overview that I look for. If I look on the 30 minutes, in fact, before we do that, let's just look at yesterday's trades. Just get those finished up. So yesterday was a pretty chilled day. There we go. We got so close to this gosh darn TP, only to come back all the way. So we got, what was that, like 60, 70? We got 70 points and we were looking for 76. So 76 to SL. Such is the nature of the game. Took a TP though, 86 straight afterwards, which is good. And then had that obviously TP. Try to look for that. But I think the word of the day, and I spoke to Flub earlier about it, was just the non-hesitation. So I definitely need to work on that, especially at the beginning of the day. So we'll keep that in mind going through.
Yeah,
cool.
It's something for me too.
Yeah, hesitation. Thing is, like, it's like we've been saying to each other, you know, you hesitate and then you emotionally compromise, and then like the rest of your decision making is already off by just like a hair, and that hair is the difference between taking, you know, your positions or not. But speaking of positions, let's have a look. Flubs, anything else on the news side that you're particularly interested in or looking at?
Not on the news side, no. Just that key level yesterday was 25,240. I went back and had a look. 25,240 was that key level yesterday. That sort of held everything together.
I do want to have a look. Where's my daily push value? See how we bounce.
Not bad. 240. Yeah, that's where it sort of broke through between that 220, 240 zone.
Monster dump yesterday. I need to be rejected all the way back up. So
yeah, we're also on the Qs. So as we said yesterday, we've got the pre-market preview of that. So the push key level is sitting, decision level sitting down at 612.72ish. And we do have a small gap fill there as well, so potential to fill that.
Yeah, come down, touch daily push, and then just continue with your with the business. Yeah, I agree. That's a nice trade going on there. Well, remember you told me about that. Remember you told me about the gap fills downwards versus gap fills upwards. What was that?
Yeah, so a gap fill, if it gaps up, it will. The gap down will fill closer than if it gaps down. The gap up will generally fill quicker. Okay. And that's just purely because of them not wanting the market to come down too quickly is pretty much what I could gauge out of it. There's no specific reason other than just they're scared for it to come down too quick, so they protect it a bit more somehow.
Well, I mean, this is that makes so much sense, because if you think about like we always talk about the dealers, so it's like some motherfucker right here was like, I want to take a gajillion contracts long, and the dealer, the reason why people trade the fucking triple Q is because no matter what you say you want to sell or buy, someone's going to take that. Now, it doesn't mean there's another human being or like entity out there that'll take it besides the dealer themselves just saying, or the liquidity providers themselves saying, I'll take that order. So as soon as those motherfuckers go long and they're like, okay, cool, I'll sell you all those contracts. Now they're sitting with a fuck ton of contracts at this level over here that they've now sold and somebody else bought to rip that price up, and they're going to try and find or try and at least bring price a bit back down there. And like you said there, Flood, you don't want it to like skip through there, because then a whole bunch of other shit needs to happen. So you just kind of want it to like sell off everything, and then boom. So as the price comes down, just dump it off to a bunch of dumb people that think it's going short, and then you've hedged neutral and you're good to go. So it makes sense, bro.
And it's also part of their manipulation to bring the market to where they want it over Asia and London sort of sessions. And then, you know, New York has their places then, and then they distribute to where they need. The general idea of it. Yeah, so that 617 on the Qs was also the high of yesterday. But I broke up through that, sorry. Yeah, 617, yeah. 617 is where it went through.
Again, it's like, you could call it 617, you could call the top and the bottom of the market, for sure. You've got that massive DMA floating down around that, so I'll...
yeah, we never got a candle close. Oh, we did on the 1 minute. 2 candle closes above that 17. So that would be a key level today.
So the 617
also,
key level.
HVL at 611.
I was just about to say, I'm about to pop on the rest of the stuff just to have a look at this from the option side of things. So let's go have a look at that now. Take that, so we'll take our Gex. We like Tanuki trade. If you don't, fuck
you. If you don't know who they are, go check them out.
Yeah, bro.
Sure they got a 7-day free trial. Really cool.
We need to get affiliate links for that shit.
Yeah, actually.
Anyway, but let's just carry on with what your plan was there. I liked your plan there. So you've got at 617, 618. What I do notice though is that this is at the top of a half, right? So it's a 0.5. And our lovely Tanuki trade, they actually publish their stuff on the 0.5s. So let's see what that marries up to. So if we got 617, look over here. 617 exactly yesterday. Let's do this. Pop that directly on there, and then I want to take a copy of you. Hold control there. Okay, so that number exactly. Wow, I've got so much fucking things on my screen. Ah, that's right. Sorry, dudes. My bad. There you go. Sorry. I don't delete shit. So. I just don't like my columns on the side here all fluffy, bro. So now I can see. Okay, so 25, 4, 6, 5 is key. Let's go have a look at Tanuki there. 25, 4. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. So somewhere around here. Oh, bang on, bro. Bang on. So we've got a huge amount of shit sitting there. I wanted to see what we're looking at today. Was the one shot. Okay.
Yeah, put it to chart view. Second tab down on the left is chart view.
Okay, so I actually want to see. So we've got a lot of volume exactly where we were at. 25,355, 25,395. Yeah, so this is the kind of the upper limits. Obviously, we can see that. I mean, I don't need all this shit to see that. You can see it by the top of the market. But and then our HVL is all the way down there. And we've got core resistance up at 25, 560. It's a big little range going on over here. Damn, that's a big one.
If you drag your price, then it won't scale in and out as you scroll. Like on trading view. So you wanted to put net dex on there.
I wanted to check that dex.
And
I wanted the absolute.
and absolute.
Yeah. So absolute dex. Let's check the absolute open interest. Up here. So here's a huge amount. So a nice little bounce. Yeah.
My screen is blocking some of that camera, some of the thing. Yes.
All right.
That's the way for now, yeah.
That's the way for now. In fact, look. Okay. There we go. So we've got a couple of levels there to play with, and now we're just going to kind of look on the side over here. I want to see my decks over here. So we learned something today. And our learnings today come from here.
The direction so far is looking down according to DEX.
So the DEX is the delta exposure. It's the sensitivity of the options price of the underlying asset. DEX focuses on immediate price reaction. GEX provides insight into the stability and potential volatility of those price movements. So at the DEX levels, so the highest DEX levels, let's look over here. Here we go, net DEX. So at these levels, right where we are right now, that's where we're expecting price to do its thing. And down here at 24,735. So 24,735. If we look, a lot of open interest there as well. So dealers doing something. The market, sorry, I shouldn't say dealers. The marketplace itself, from the options perspective, is heavily invested in 24,735. I don't care which way, really I don't. I've got a little entry pattern that I'll do if it gets there, but the first thing that I want to do now is 24,735. Just keep a little note of that. 24,7. If price has to come down here, man, it's a shit show. So we have to push support 4. Yeah, just push support 4 roughly. Said, oh, but this is now the official.
Yeah, and we know already that the Qs is going to gap up or gap down before pre-market opens, because if the Nasdaq's had a pumpy day, the Qs is going to open up high. If the Nasdaq's had a dumpy day, then it's going to gap down. So we know already that if that gap fill is going to happen, we know already what day it's going to go if you go off gap fills, which we don't, but it's a general thing that does happen. That app, I've turned off the bars, so it brings the text in closer. You just look at the percentage to see what the bar would be anyways.
I was just looking down there. I mean, it is that, like I said, if it gets down to 24,735, that's a shit show day. I can't sit and wait for that. It's just absolute fucking
no.
Cannot wait for that.
No, we'll try find the entry on
600 points. Yeah, 600 points from here. Probably a retard. Okay. We'll get on to the...
If there's anything to go by, we'll get there pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, I don't mind getting there. I just don't want to wait until we get there. So we'll leave that plan as something in the background. What's some other levels that we can look at here? Okay. Most volume traded here.
Second strongest core wall is just above price here, 39. We're at Gex 7th wall now, 25,355. I've got the extra walls on just to get a gauge.
Yeah, I also got the Gex 7. Okay, so we got a bit of that, but I guess the dip down to HVL or I'm just looking here at open. Here we go. So there's a ton of volume.
1 minute to open.
Yeah. 25,239. So 25,240. Like here-ish. I'm pretty interested in this area, so I'll just make a little note of that for myself. Somewhere around about here. Cool.
Don't forget to put the cameras back. Gotcha.
Right, and then let's have a look at your guy there.
Okay.
I'm just having a look at your chart though. I don't actually ever look at your chart.
No, I've turned off some indicators just for prep. No, I've just marked out here. Oh, there's a big fucking dump just then.
There's a dumpy. Alright, maybe we should prep for that 25.2. I want to check Gex stream as well. Let's have a little butchers. Yeah. 12.
I've also got
So 612 is our flip.
DNA just above.
Yep, those DMAs have been magic. Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're on the fucking 20 week.
Okay, 612. 612 is the flip. That's Gex 9. We've literally bounced off of it.
612.
Yeah, 611. So 611 here. The gamma exposure according to Gex stream is sitting here ish 611, 612. That's the flip zone. Let me just refresh this wanker.
This is looking very bearish.
Not much change. 611, 612. Got like an air gap going on. Just waiting for my options inventory to pop up.
This would have been a nice little entry on that 355.
355. You would have been. You'd have to have balls here.
Yeah, wrong time of day. I'm fucking not trading right now.
Jeez, bro. Yeah, if you put 355, man, you'll be.
25, 355. What do you mean? We're right there.
I know. I'm saying if you caught it because of that dumpy dump, you would have been super quick on the open because this is the candle. So 1 minute.
Oh no, I'm saying just as a general entry for a short here.
For sure. Oh no, 100%.
From what Gex is telling us and Gex stream. But market opens too volatile. What book maps are you using? Well, that's not live, or it wasn't earlier. Check now. What the fuck? It says live. Yeah, he's live now. He's got one live. He's got the one that we use. Oh yeah, sweet. Alright, cool. So, buckle that in there. 219 contracts at 475. 400 is building up now, and then 25,200 has got 235 contracts. So that's all supporting our.
Well, look at 475. This is the previous day high. So that's going to be our short. What's the skew sitting at? Ooh, okay. So you want to be on the side of the skew today. That's good. We are in positive gamma. That's the only thing I'd say. It's a bit
Previous,
iffy.
previous day high.
Yeah, well, previous New York high, 25,465. Is it? Yeah, it is.
No, New York's up 25. Oh, yeah. I thought you were saying we're at the previous day.
No, that's a shorty. Because if you look at the book map now, you see 25,475, 219 contracts sitting there. Obviously, the 219 contracts sitting there from that happened.
Yeah.
So if you look over there, yeah, that was a dumpy of fucking loans. So just sweating. So. Right. You could be, if you are super bullish, let's get ourselves a bias for the day. Bias for the day, kind of rangy. It's obviously just tickling up. It hasn't really broken out of much. I'm like a neutral bias. I'd probably flip-flop a bit today based on what I see on the order book, but we are in positive gamma. So I am looking to buy any pullbacks. That's kind of the general play on positive gamma. You've got to have a look at though. From my strategy point of view, I've got to be very conscious of the volume. I've got to be very conscious of watching the follow through happening on CVDs, and then we want to see what we call delta fuckery or skiv appeals. So that's going to be like wicks on some of the deltas here. So you would see those pullbacks happen, like as the market dumps, you'd see the push back against that, and it leaves the trail of that in the wick. Better time frame to see that on. Well, there you go. On the 5 minutes, you'll see on the 5 minute perfectly. So you can see there was a lot of market pressure down into the open, but we'll see at the end of this candle whether there's any follow through on that. CVD is not looking good. It's not looking hot. But how's that? The CV. So we got positive volume flowing through, yet we've got a negative CVD and a skiv appeal. So I'm quietly bearish for the day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Where my demons dwell, my own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, time to get back up, climbing and climbing. I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time stands still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired of the pain.
But it just like the video. Thanks for the like, mate. Smoke bongs. Thanks for the like, Mr. Bongs. Very, very choppy. This kind of expected with the difference in news. No one knows what the fuck to do. Hopefully 2 o'clock makes some sort of difference for the night. D1 25 420 424 420 is very cool. Here's the second call wall just above here, so 25 395.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night.
Yeah, this is a bullish bullish divergence here.
You know that we gonna light it up.
Take care. Yeah. Pop up to this 460, which is yesterday's New York high. And then 25 500 will be London. Needs to get out of this range before I fucking consider anything. It's bulled and it's bear, it's bulled and bear, it's just, yeah, fuck. Oh, my traps are so sore from yesterday. Wow. No, I did mainly. Oh Jesus, that feels so good to stretch. Just the seated cable stuff. I did a lot of that, and a lot of like rear delts and stuff. My rear delts have just shrunk. So I've mainly focused on like upper back and shoulders. Yeah, they good. I do straight arm and I use the cable. I just grab the cable straight up with like 4 kilos, 5 kilos, and just stretch it all the way back and really just focus on engaging that rear delt. I find those work really well for me. I can do muscle ups. What are you talking about? You the one that fucking attacked me, brother. You came at a brother first. Yeah, when I was at my peak, like 8 months ago, whatever, 10 months ago, I was doing 10 muscle ups, but between each muscle up, I was doing 5 dips at the top of the muscle up. And I was 102 kilos doing that, bro. I've also got this. Ah, here we go. P1. Yeah, that's up at 616 on the queues. Yeah, well, that's the decision point, and then we've got HVL, which is their decision point. So 300 short, boom, boom, boom. Yep, there you go. That 315 was the fucking entry. Look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, step right up for another amazing banger by Lex Blaze and Daddy Paul. Touchdown to Heathrow, DP and me, bro. About to hit the club and turn the shoot to a freak show. Look through the peephole, everybody geek, yo. Need to get girl with an extremely deep. See 6 midgets that be fighting, juggling. Maybe it's just me, cause my mind is struggling. Babes, boyfriend is acting like a clown. Know what's going down every time that we are down. Take a look through the peephole, yo. Everybody's getting geek, bro. Stop the hate and let them leaks
Look at that.
we turn the club into a freak show.
Look at that.
Club to a freak show. Turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club, yeah, we turn the club to a freak show. Turn the club into a freak show.
Lightly put dominant. Is that your entry on 300? We got you 13 minutes. And just for chat, we kind of called this by looking at Dex levels, but this was coming down initially.
Turn the club into a freak show.
Liquidity shot below. Are you on test? If you're in the test phase, you can trade news. Yeah, you can. I asked the bot on the website. If you're still on eval, you can trade news. Oh, it's the bot on their website. It's a nice 1-to-1 off the P.O.E.S there for 20 points.
Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the
I've
rain
taken a stab at a short from this P.O.E.S.
all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare 'cause the
Ooh, that's not good for me. Nice.
one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me.
What are you taking us up to? 300? 350?
My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you
Against a skew, against MTI.
Bruh. My mic's been on freaking mute this entire time.
The whole stream.
Nah, just that last bit since I came back to my room, since I took the positions. Oh no. So I basically explained all my positions to no one. But that doesn't matter because it's not like anyone's gonna watch it. So, at least I wrote it down. Yeah, my positions are looking good. The reason I took it was some of that volume coming into it. You know that it's news time. This will only get me at about half of my max DLL. I want to see just whilst we're here, what does 40 points get me? 160 loss. I don't want to rip. I don't want to be involved in a rip. But I don't want to get wicked. I'll do it at the HVL. What's volatility like? It's 100 and fuck. Yeah. That's not good for me. But the HVL could be a saving grace on it. Position size is small enough. 2 micros. Good volume for the cells, so you're very happy with the cells here. I'll probably get what do you call it, slip. If it does rip through here. Phew, it's playing with me. There's a guy. Okay. That was me 2 for 2. I did find the right place to fight, but I am against the skew, so I won't be doing that again. I'm going to flip directly to cells here. We're at the HVL. 3 minutes till news. Let's just keep that in mind. Existing home sales.
So my position was right. It's just fucking wicked fucking way too wild.
Yeah. Well, you can see by the VIX, the VVIX and the VIX and everything.
Yeah.
That your positions are going to overshoot by a lot today. But I'm already on the wrong side, so I don't want to be there. I want to get back to a typical push trade. So a typical push would be the retest of the daily. And as you can see, for some reason, that daily. Okay, 2 minutes till news, 2 minutes till... That's what the daily push would be. 25,200 getting smacked up here. A lot of liquidity building now. 245 20s. 25,200. That's right by the HVL. Very conscious we are in a down market. It's been down for a while. I don't want to be on the wrong side. So a 6,200. Let's see, we're gonna take 200. What's gonna happen? There's a lot of contracts sitting at 200.
Yeah.
A lot of counties. 246. 245. Yeah, they start eating them up now. 203, 204, 205. Yo! Check it out.
Breaking. Yeah, they
Check it
are
out.
filling this.
Woo!
Look at that.
Gone.
Broke it.
Gone. That level is kaput, bro. Okay.
She going down.
She going down, bro. Alright. We're gonna try and take
90 HVL. take another little stab here. This is like I'm shorting right at no pullback.
Not
Waiting for a
wise. but
pullback.
Not wise. Well, hey.
Oh no, we got news in 10 seconds. What are we doing? Hold the horses.
What it is, come on.
There we go. What's news? 8 point fucking double. It cannot double.
Well, negative double.
Yeah, so what's that mean?
Serious deflation. The Fed has to cut shit. That's super bull. That's super bull.
No.
That's super bull. Whoa. Existing homes change, so that's people buying new houses, and then existing home sales. So everything's neg. So we less and less. So the consumer is struggling in America. That's it. So what has to happen here is the Federal Reserve, it has two mandates. Maximum employment and price stability, inflation, sorry. So inflation and maximum employment, they need to maintain those two things. So max employment now is under risk, serious risk, and this is
A lot of sell volume in that last candle, bro.
it might be, but I'm telling you, this is a bit more bull than I think it is bear. And it's bull not because the economy is good. The only reason the economy would suffer here is because people don't believe, people think it's going to be like a deflation or one of these like weird things. So it's going to turn, I'd reckon, here.
Well, that's engulfed. Look at the candles, bro.
Yeah, like I said, this is super bull, bro.
It's double the size of the last.
But I want to see, yeah, I want to see that actually show up on the volume. I want to see the CBD do something. This could just be a big nothing, like a what the fuck candle. In which case,
Yeah,
my daily POES. Ooh, okay, let's see. It's good buy volume. CBD didn't really do much.
Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now.
Yeah, look at that. Pumpy Bitcoin. So Bitcoin not going to pump unless we know that there's free money. And free money means cheap and easy credit. So people are starting to think that the Federal Reserve is going to reduce quicker now. They're going to have to reduce quicker now. They're going to have to do what Trump says. So there's a pumpy. I don't think I want to take my typical POES here. Yeah, rather get on the long side now. Just again, the W reversal, it's coming down like a shit show here. Let's just see what's going on. It's two big buys in a row. We need that pullback though. If it runs out of steam, then maybe my daily push will work. Case though, probably only work for the HBL. Something like that. Skew hasn't changed much. Running out of steam. 25,250. Let's get extreme selling. There's a repositioning happening. Okay, so under 610 free fall. Above 613, some resilience. And that is the flip point now as well, 610. Skews fucked us over the last 2 days. Just checking out the stream volume.
Is the music a bit loud, maybe? Are you very quiet too? Are you there? I can't hear you. Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna test my voice out. Sweet. Alright, there we go. Volume sorted. Okay, let's get back to trading.
Stream health, excellent.
Yeah. Stream health. Oh, yeah.
The stream.
25 to 50, getting a lot of love on the sell side. I'd need it to go up a little bit more than that. I want it to 60s. So everything's decreasing on the VIX. It's interesting.
Did spike up to 105.
No, we were even on Tanuki. Even on Tanuki, yeah, you see, Tanuki's all changed in terms of. Okay, we're going down.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, this is a good HVL short here. Would be nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just see. Why isn't this thing taking me in?
Are you going short from this HVL?
Again, it's a quick scalp down based on that red, lot of red volume there. We didn't really break on the CVD, but we are at the HVL.
This is the Continuation zone just under it. So you see, it did close nice and strong under it. So
Again, I'm not confident at all in today's market right now. I don't even like trading this card, but two micros is not hurting me. Even if I get paper cutted 3 times now, it's still not even half my max there. But if there's a fight point, I suppose this is the fight point. I was just looking for a quick continuation play. I didn't even check my 5 minutes. It's not even my favorite time frame. It's still not looking too bad. But it's so volatile. My stops aren't really much here. Yeah, 20. So it's not even $50 loss. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Here's the W reversal. Definitely negative gamma here, with the market wanting to be a little bit lower. Not seeing any breakout here. I'll hang fire. Little flaggy coming. Let's see. It's not that I trade these, I'm just looking kind of where the price is getting brought from. So five, 212. Okay, 212.
So it's chat probably.
Nah, I didn't let YouTube hear that one. I'm fucking missed my position. I'm fucking talking, my brain. Let's see.
This is that key zone I marked out from earlier, and look where
Yeah.
it's wicked against. Fucking hell. Yeah, this is the same level as yesterday, bro. The same level. But marked on my chart and look at the 2 dumps off it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3 if this one continues.
Yeah, this is the one we marked off earlier.
Fucking hell. That
But
25
I'm not
to
getting,
40, bro.
but I'm not getting any CVD follow through, so I'm a little bit more confident in that one. CVD's not moving, so I'm a little bit more confident in that.
There's not a lot of volume in there on the keys.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing. Look at that. Didn't even take me in. Damn it.
Fucking engulfing one way, engulfing the other, engulfing the other way, fucking engulfing the other way. Jesus, man, man.
Yeah, the downwards engulfing, I understand.
Yeah, especially with that skew.
It dumps back into this trend line that I'm at. But I just got into another long there. 25 250
CVD is going with it.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of trend coming in that direction. I know this thing can go through there, and that would be my max daily loss, I reckon, on this account. No, not really. Still not. Very, very happy with my position sizing. Okay, here we go. Some actual movement. Let's see. Some actual movements. Maybe it's gonna. Should dip way more than it pumps today based on that skew number. So hence my very tight stop lossing. I don't want to be a part of any dumps. I'd rather take small losses than monsters. Come back tomorrow. That's the moral of the story. Just keep showing up. Okay. So we've still got 250 with a lot of carnies there. It's kind of in this range. If it rips up, it can definitely rip up higher. But again, I'm on the wrong side of the skew, so I'm not too confident in holding. But I am just watching CVDs. We did break a little swingy there, so this would start to get me into maybe breaking even. All that nonsense. So we're just going to manage this. I'll probably move a little bit higher based on the fact that this is not doing what I want it to do. Like immediately doing what I want it to do. So I'd rather be out quickly here. It hasn't broken that trend line. That was kind of like my low water mark. So I'll just keep my stop loss eyeballed there. And I'll keep my actual SL just under there. So my presumed stop loss is 12 and my actual is 23. So we'll see. If it pops under here and it gives me an exit, then I'll try and get out at break even. But I'd rather take the SL here than the BE. Okay, here we go. Underneath that guy. Will it stay? It's on the trend. Okay, so here, probably see if it gives me an exit, I'll take it. But it also is I'd rather move this guy up. There we go. Yeah, you see that. Kind of how I'd see it.
In along.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, just pop past there. I don't know, actually know how I got out of that. I'll be honest.
What's
Honestly,
your TP?
TP is 249, and we're TP'd. Dude, I went from trying to break even. It's only because TraderVate and TradingView have a little lag with the API calls that I actually survived that without going break even. That was pretty funny. Anyway, okay,
That's
so
50 level taken out of book maps.
yeah, that's it. Completely crashed. So we're back to break even for the day. So this is kind of the trading game. Don't let losses phase you. You know, if I'm playing fucking rugby or cricket or even giving a oak lummies, my bro, I'm not gonna fucking start crying off the first lummy, my bro. You don't even unload your lummy pile until you get really hurt. And if anyone doesn't know what a lummy is, fuck you. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. All right, cool.
It's very, very small sell volume on that.
Yeah, I'm even more confident if we come in here with like a. I wanted to say the word gay. Can you still say the word gay? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Probably not. It's pretty gay.
Not that we monetized or anything, so.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll have a sponsor who can shout at us. That'll be fun. I'll tell him fuck you too. Okay, this is yeah, bro. If there's any grow shops in the world,
420 shops out there.
holla at a brother. Huh? Yeah, holla at a brother.
We know it's legal in South Africa.
Yeah, we'll trade from there if it needs to be. Okay, that teeny tiny sell volume gives me more confidence in this HVL pop. I need to go to the fucking toilet. Give me a second.
missed me by a tick. It missed me by a tick. It missed. He's still in. Yeah, okay. There must be a possum or something outside my window, yeah. Just knocked over. Yeah, just knocked over a log. Yeah, there's two of them. They're on the wall. One looks pregnant. Shit. Yeah, bro. Nearly 2 years in jail. Fucking anything look good. Possum was the closest thing at the time. Oh, if I'd left my bar there, I would have been in. Told you, brother. Look fucking. Look half an hour ago. Half an hour ago, there's two that wicked of 240. They're both closed under it. Yeah. 240 level, bro. Look at this. Fucking. Ja. DVD did fuck all on that again. Not a lot of volume. Yes, this is fucking gold, my bro. Yes, that's all right. Yeah, and that CVD showing a blue thing. $160. 2500, 187.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice.
This is a New York low.
You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away,
Yeah. S1 long.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again.
Is this gonna touch this fucking 110 and go? Yo. those markets just dumped. It's crazy, bro. Yeah.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you.
Mm.
Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move.
Interesting. CVD's not making any new lows. On the queues, there's fucking heaps.
you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Take you like a say sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave, baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill. Take you like a
The contracts up at what, 137, 140.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take?
10 minutes to volume.
Can I be your superhero? Fly off away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero.
Yeah.
You're a superhero.
Yeah. Previous lows are 25.58. Yesterday's lows. Mm-hmm. Give us a fucking... Right. Yeah, 137's got heaps up there, bro. I reckon we're due for a little fucking pullback here. Yeah. Push, fellas, push. Yep. $2,500 strong level. Big psych number. Huge psych number. Yep. Yep. Are you in a long or a short? Yeah, you want to take a long from 2500. Look at CVD too, pushing up. That was when I looked a second ago. Yeah, I'm on the 1 minute. That's a lot of buy volume. Jesus. Look at that on the cues. $5 minute. Where's the skip appeal? Or was it skip appeal? This is the Q's S2 though, so. Are you still in that short? Yes, yes. Especially when I've been on the right side every time. The biggest put support.
Okay, we got that put support. Massive. Let's see. Not massive. That's not what I mean. Increasing. That's the word I was looking for. Increasing buy. On that. Yeah, we've pretty much got a according to the POES system, we should be coming down to 603 at this point, which is 24,860. According to the POES system. But yeah, you missed that entry by a long way earlier. Because of being a fucking idiot. It's a hell of a sell for America. Fucking hell, bro. That's a hell of a sell for America. But somebody likes America at this stage, because there's tiny fight back. What's the rest of the market doing today? Nope. Everybody's scared. So we should see interest in the yield, so 10-year 30Y, 10Y, 30Y. Yeah, so the interest rate's coming down on the 10Y and the 30Y, which means people are buying into it. So there's fear, loads and loads and loads of fear. So we're coming into the London, my favorite time. So if we're gonna do reversal plays, we're looking for them now.
Yeah.
Right at the bottom of our put walls and everything. Major serious negative gamma. So vicious rips.
Hedges start hedging with price when it's, well, clearly. But it gets to a point where they have to protect down here.
Yeah.
More than normal.
That's kind of where Tanuki is.
That's where Rocket Scooter gets a DD from, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So for low, the risk interval and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, so most days will end within a 210 point range of what was the previous close.
Yeah, the it's all to do with the margin requirements. Yeah, it's all to do with the margin requirements. Okay, here we go. We got some flickies going on. It's a bit of flicky flacky going on. I like this flicky flacky. This flicky flacky is nice. Sheebas. I've been watching your screen on the stream.
Share it, nice screen.
Yeah. It's done now. Right. Again, the big move's kind of done. You don't want to be people's exit liquidity here. So nice buy volume again. Right. Typical P.O.E.S played out so well. You only would have taken 20 points to draw down for 4, 8, 12, 120 points of TP. No big CVD. Thing is, CVD is not going to really play that much because we're in negative gamma, so it's like systematic selling is happening, yeah. It's so tough, man. ADA for some reason, the only crypto that's pumping. How weird. Nine minutes. I reckon 9 minutes. This thing fucking pumps, bro. Let's see. Just as everyone wants to start wrapping up for the day, closing down. Order book thins out. We are squeezing. We are squeezing. At the next, so this would be the typical POES exit. That's gotta hurt. There it was. There was my entry. So 3 minutes till. So 6:03. 7 minutes, sorry. 7 minutes. Yeah, look at that. The unwind begins. The London unwind.
Oh.
Yeah, what a candle, bro. 60, just 900, bro. Loud. Gotta expect a little rip down now. Yep. Okay, I've got a blue nothing sell. Let's see what this nothing sell produces.
It's
Right there.
usually the
on-
reversal candle.
Yeah, I just need a reversal candle, exactly. We're right by the 50s as well, so it's like probably going to come through to the 50s, which would be the 603s. What are we looking at on GX on 603? Nothing really. At this point, everyone is making so much money that's on the short side. There absolutely has to be some hedging taking place here from the long side. So that's going to entail a lot of dudes. Let's just see this rip. See this rip. Yeah, this is just a typical rip. Every buy met with every rip. Never forget that, dude. Negative squeeze. Every buy met with a rip. Here we below. So this will be for the second typical POES of the day. If you can get short here, it would be tough to get short here. But we said that on the last pivot too. Yeah, we definitely said that on the last pivot too. So this is like a nice little potential short going on here. Let's see, let's see, let's see. The dump met with more dump. As London finishes up for the day at 3 minutes to go. Let's see London do it. All these people doing all of these weird financial games where they're doing the arbitrages and all this like weird shit that they do in London in the big banks there. This is all coming to an end now. And it'll just become bots against bots. Until someone's made enough money and we turn around. A nothing buy candle. So what the fuck buy? This just lends perfectly to the typical P.O.E.S. $800, $850. We've got nothing really down there. 8945 is like where things need to get to. Well, they don't have to. But 8945 is definitely the put support. Yeah. 945. 25945. It's definitely not put support. Right, so typical P.O.E.S at this stage is going to be a hold below this for the 30 minutes. So this basically this 1 minute. Let's check the 5 minute out here. It's weaker. It's much weaker. But people are still selling the fuck off here. So we'll see. It's definitely much weaker. And we're just doing cells into cells into cells. Okay, cool. So 24,860. 24,860 would be a potential short. But we are on a very critical half an hour mark. So I don't know how much you would want to do that at this stage. Okay, there it is. The half an hour, London closed. What happens here? What does the market do? Continue to rip down, or give us a miraculous comeback? One for the ages. Who knows? Again, typical P.O.E.S kicking in here at 25,858. 25,858. I'm gonna have to go short there. Right below put support as well. Contextually, it's not a good trade. From a back testing point of view, the context doesn't matter, and every time I've done it, it's really worth it. So look at that delta fuckery. No, not. Look at that delta fuckery. We actually got a skip appeal showing up there on the 5 minutes.
Yeah.
For the moment, though. So this could be another here. Monster buy volume there. With a big volume on the CVD. So maybe another dump down. Pick up that long. Kind of want to think about it. Here. Yo. Okay, we're definitely starting to like longs here, that's for sure. Let's just see. Again, we're in negative gamma. Just can't get too excited.
Look at that buy volume.
I know. We're in negative gamma though. You can't get too excited about it. And we are just pumping up to the fucking typical push for a dump down. So that's the only problem here. Is the place where I want to get long is the place where my strategy says get short. Again, context is everything. So we're looking down.
Look at that CVD, bro. Look at that CVD.
Bloody hell. Yeah. It's negative gamma, bro. So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Look at that. Everything's going to be met. Every bull is going to be met with strong bear. Strong bear. As bullish as that was, it doesn't matter. Let's just see what happens here. Do we rip down? Or do we base? Okay, all the games have been played today. 25, 190-ish. So that is a very far away from here. Let's see, is there anything interesting happening? Yeah, I know. This is the thing. It's when the skew's like that. I've been saying it for a couple of days. Although we've been fucked over by it over the past couple of days, it still holds true in terms of what it's saying. It's just that sells will be way more rippy than the buys. So every sell's going to make you nervous if you're in a long. And this is the typical push about to pummel down. There it is, typical push about to pummel down, bro.
At 800.
If this thing pummels down, then, you know. The mistake is really on me today. I should have been in that from the daily push down, bro. So that's on me to fix for next time. Doesn't matter how many fucking backtesting sessions you do. If you don't execute, it don't mean shit. 24/7/40 down here at 24/7/40. That's where we've got a massive amount of net decks built up. And in fact, this was at the beginning of the stream where I said 24/7 720 would be a super interesting level, as it is. So we've got a what the fuck forming for the buys. But again, it's like it could just be a thin, it could just be a thin order book. That blue over there represents a huge candle with no volume. But when you've been selling off so much like this, and then suddenly a player like London steps out of the arena, what you've got is gaps in the order book where people used to be sitting, but they're no longer sitting. So here, this is a nice little, again, you kind of want to maybe long on this flip here over the 1 minute. Stops below, continue all the way up. That is a play, but we haven't had any other signs just yet. 24,863. 863. That's where I put a little gamble in. 24,863. So I have a gamble here.
And 860 as well.
Yeah, I have a gamble there. And then we've got till 960, which is exactly at 24,945. Although, because I've been bitching out on my positions when I should have been holding stronger, I'm gonna have to let this puppy ride. Gonna have to let this puppy ride because I want to see where am I actually stopped at. Two, 82. What you're gonna have to expect though is even if you get this little pump up over here, it'll get close to your TP and rip down. So you got to be careful about that. Got to be very careful about it working.
That's a lot of buy volume, sell volume.
It is, but it's like negative gamma beyond negative gamma, so it's always.
Yeah, these need to come down more gradually and collect this level.
960.
You're fucking tired, my bro.
You should be, bro. You're in goddamn Oz. Playing with fire. Playing with fire, chat. Playing with fire, chat. Playing with fire. But if the dingleberries don't have any coca melons, then you're just a wazoo. Got that cup and handle like I was explaining earlier. This is the handle of the cup. So second time I'm explaining the basing structure. Let's hope the same result doesn't happen to us. Okay, let's go.
I am going to bed, bro. I'm fucking too tired.
Yeah, do the same.
It's 3:30 in the morning.
Hey, baby.
Alright.
Alright, my man. Thank you very much, as always, bro, for the analysis, the fucking friendship, and more importantly, for joining us on the stream today. Flubbed, you have a great evening. Go sleep tight and hit that bong hard, buddy.
I will do.
Sweet.
Catch you, bro.
Catch you. Peace.
Peace.
Right, guess it's just us, chat. Not the type of sell volume I like to see. It's a lot of sell volume. And it's exponentially rising. Yeah, the exponential rising is not good. It does indicate just a volume, which is quite cool. 5 minutes, yes, 5 minutes still making me happy in the pants. Considering we had we've got a skiv appeal formed. We'll see how it closes. Skiv appeals are never good. That's when you have delta volume in the opposite direction to the candle color. So it's like a bull candle, delta bear, affectionately called the skiv appeal. check what bookmap 24945. 24945. That is going to be your put support. So it's going to be a likely, yeah, right there. Likely a very strong resistance for 2. Let's get to 4-2. Let's put it there. I generally keep my TPs way beyond where I was actually meaning to go. So we'll see how that manages it out. What are we looking at? 1 or 2. Okay, hopefully this does give us a bit of love. I also don't want to be out of this if it does start to turn around harder. Although I do expect a boom, boom, boom. I would expect that. I mean, why wouldn't you? Negative gamma environment right below. Massive put walls. So to bust through there is going to have to take a lot of power. Let's give a pill there. Again, not something I want to see. But we are taking this account back to golden. If it dumps here, then we won't be happy. But at the top of a range, what's happening? Nice. Like to see that. Little poke up, how's your mother? Massive skiv appeal forming. That poke up, how's your mother might be the end of this. Yeah. I think that is it. That was 55. I got out of that and I let it ride. That's on me. That's on me, chat. But let's see. Massive down pressure turning into up pressure. Could be the pop we're looking for. Always like to be on the buy side by default, because the buy side generally is where you're going to end up for most days. I'm liking this 90 though. This over here, this 85. So maybe I should take half and half. Huge volume at 59, huge volume at 49. Right here is the main volume. So if I'm gonna go break even, it would be here, because yeah, well, the inevitable could happen. Just, you can't go too quickly break even in these situations. Cannot go too quickly, because this happens a lot and it's expected. It's completely expected in this sort of environment, especially with the negative gamma playing out here. So as expected, down rips are harder. Again, I wouldn't even find this difficult to believe it coming through and then popping back up. It's entirely possible. It's entirely possible. Very high, everything. 110 on the VIX. Damn. Okay, it's not. This is not looking good. Although high VIX is rippy, so we don't mind too much on that. Let's get some nicotine going. Yeah, this is not looking great, I must say, especially with that kind of on the 5 minute as well. Oof, that was terrible. Terrible for me. Just in terms of my worldview. That's not great. Although, yeah, kind of what I wanted to see. That's like a what the fuck candle. So that was a really good what the fuck candle. Blue on this delta here indicating a big candle with little bits of volume, not much volume in it. So generally the direction that you find on that one is like inconsequential, but we are in negative gamma massively. So none of that really gonna matter because we're squeezing. Yeah, here we go. So here could be the second rip down. Let's see what's up here. So far it's another what the fuck candle. So again, it's a pretty good even entry. I'd much prefer this to be happening in 13 minutes, but excuse me. Let's see what's up. Let's see what's up. My stop losses are a little bit below this visual aid here, but this is like my cue. Again, this is like I said, if you wanted to get long, those are the kind of long signals you want to see. If you want to get long. So we're still within the expected move deviation, which was a monster range today, and we certainly tested both ends of that. In fact, I remember we were above 6 or 7, so that's interesting. Okay, let's see if we got everybody interested, and then suddenly back to black. Let's see. Increasing. Let's see what the 5 minute is holding for us. That is a flipping terrible close. Yo, that is a terrible close. Hideous, hideous, hideous close. CVD not breaking lows. Well, price is breaking lows, CVD holding strong. Super bull signal. Super bull signal. That's a really confident bull signal. You want to see that kind of happening, where it's, yeah, you've got these swings that swing high. Even though price never broke out of there, we've got this kind of low over here, and then these over here. CVD is not breaking below that too much, so we'll see what's up here. It's make or break time. Do we end stream, or do we continue to see what's up? But I like this basing structure here. This is looking really nice. Only thing it doesn't look nice is that negative gam. So that's the only thing I'm not too impressed about. Every buy is going to be met with a rip. Let's see what's up here. Again, push through, pop back, identical to my trade yesterday, how I got SL'd only to take another position later in the day. I do like to trade this time. This is my favorite time to trade. But for the stream, we're coming in early. Probably wasting our money. But that's okay. No one's fucking watching. Whoa, sorry chat. It's going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time, chat. We're basically picking the bottom here. And why are we picking the bottom here? We have tried to pick it a few times. We even picked the direction right, but got shelled out. It's 3 o'clock again. It's not my time for fucking trading. This is my sweet spot here. London close. And let's see. Don't want to break these lows again. So much liquidity built up here. It's going to have a tough time breaking this. One of my main points in my trading day is to ensure I don't break even too easy like a bitch. So I'm particularly interested in holding to SL. Trying to run this account with some decent size. But I don't feel like watching this fucking chart, so I might actually go take a chill. Am I happy with my TP? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my TP. I'm okay with my SL. It's another story altogether. Right here, so you'll see this is going to be a typical P.O.E.S long from exactly where I'm long right now. Reason being is we're 5 minutes from the close. We have a 30-minute closed under. This should have been the typical P.O.E.S short. However, we already had 1-2 play out today, so we don't want. Well, we were always expecting that not to be correct. But if we can get price to pop back up over here, then we should take a long from this back up to here. That should be the typical P.O.E.S. So we'll just color this differently. You can't write on it. Okay. Let's see. That's kind of what I'll be looking for on the 30 minutes if we close above. But obviously this is a very critical 5 minutes for this to happen. You don't know what that bottom wick's going to look like either. So that bottom wick could wick out everything from here down, only to just recover and rally 300 points, which is entirely possible. I mean, in reality, you want to get back up to 25,227, somewhere there, yeah. In reality, that's what you're looking for. Let's see. So this would be the difference between This would be the difference between 240 and 80. 240 and 80. So here we go. We got 4 minutes to go. Again, like I said, you could rip a wick and then just continue. So we'll be watching that. That's a better. It's better volume. It's better volume. Should quickly go to the toilet. 3 minutes to go. We've got a couple of seconds to waste. All right, 3 minutes to go. Let's see if we finish over like anticipated. Yeah. So from S3. S3 is generally a good bounce spot as well. 24,863. See if this finishes under as well, then it's the hour push. Looks like it to be finishing a bit above. I could 2 micro it in this now, so I'll 2 micro it in there. Just in anticipation of that. Because again, if we get that pop on the typical push, we are looking to get back up to a minimum of 80, like 70, 80 points. So $24,944. 24,940 is kind of where you want to be. Anything over 1,200 I have to close. That'd be a good problem to have, right? Okay, there it is. 5 o'clock, finished on top. Yeah, down wick. Down wick for the typical push. Down wick for the typical push. Come on, baby. Let's see that typical push go, bro. Let's see that down wick on that typical push. Okay. Hourly finished above. That is positive news. That is really positive news. Let's just protect ourselves on the downside. We got 40 points at 282. Again, this is like a just trying to think, is this better to stop under this? Is this the last sell? How far can it go? I've been saying it the whole time on how this could go. Look at that, the skew playing out. One negative candle taking out like an hour's worth. Are we basing, or are we going to hell? Because rest assured, if we bust through here, this is shit territory for a lot of human beings. This is where shit's gonna go down for a lot of people. It's not gonna be fun. Certainly not gonna be fun for anyone. Certainly not gonna be fun for anyone. Okay, let's see. Massive sells coming in. Massive sells coming in. Let's have a look at the book map. So, Yo, 24,810 is really looking like a place where people want to get down to, which is like down here. Yeah, 810, 800, huh? 810, 800. That's we kind of thinking that things are going to get squirrely. In the book map, lots of sell volume coming in. CVD playing out. Typical P.O.E.S not playing out. But again, my old stop loss would have been a 50 points, so that would like be there somewhere. And on this side, it would be there. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop there. It just means that that was what I originally used to use as the typical P.O.E.S stop. It gives me a bit of confidence, although that was a what the fuck candle. Don't like those what the fuck candles. They're not my favorite. A big spike with no follow through with a blue candle is terrible news. It's terrible news. It's like inviting you in to get long. And that's how the most people get fucked. So we're back on the push level. Let's get ourselves some space here. Oh, look at that dump on silver. Kind of why I don't want to be BE anymore. Just don't like the BE trade. Personally find it taking me out exactly when I want to be in. So we'll just let our smaller position sizings speak volumes. Let the sucker play out. It's gonna take fucking hours, bro. It's gonna take fucking hours, bro. And if you watch it, you're gonna fucking go crazy, bro. Because you're on the wrong side of the skew. You're in a negative cam environment. Everyone's just selling the rips. So you really are betting on a market turnaround with this, which is never the good idea. Never a good idea. I got 50 points out of this move already, but it's not what I'm looking for right now. I like to see that a little flattening out, especially not breaking through. Like if I saw CVDs popping through here, I would be very nervous. Even though I should be nervous right now. Excuse me. Yeah, this is definitely a fight back area. 598. We're still in the expected move. Nice green candles building up. Alrighty, look at that. What's my MTI on? MTI is starting to turn around. That's better. I bet it's still fucking flatlined. Yeah, flatlined on the 5 minutes. Let's see what that buy volume. It's only 3 minutes in. Doesn't give me particular confidence to see a big buy candle like that. It's like what's that word people use? Inducement. Inducement. He induced me into the move. Inducement. What a fucking weird word. previous highs. That's where my ass got kicked last time. Let's check here. 24.92. What's the book map telling me? Book map's telling me some bad news. Bad news. So exactly where the most liquidity's kind of been fighting in this area, 24,900. Just trying to get this second eval to max day win. Definitely hasn't been easy. It's not very confident. Although, what does confidence even mean? What does it even mean? How am I confident? No idea. I don't even know what that word means in the context of trading. How can you be confident? How can you be fearful? Interesting. So it looks like we've got a bear flag forming. If we're into these sorts of things. Let's see. Okay, let me just check the volume here. Okay, let me just talk quickly, see what this sounds like. Sweet. Okay. Come on. This pops just through these highs and continues with this little bear flag. I need to pop underneath and then dump again. So I want to just catch the top of it quickly in this area, if life is so kind. Does not look kind. Looks brutal and vicious. Excuse me. So I'm 6 connies long. The market just heard me. No. Why would it want to dump more than this? I mean, at this stage, somebody's going, this looks really good to buy. At some stage, somebody's looking at this going, this is really interesting buy right here. Although we do have kind of, now I'm looking for a little pop there. When this thing was popping at 5 o'clock yesterday, sorry, Wednesday, was that yesterday? 5 o'clock yesterday, it popped all the way up to 610. So the first thing I want to do is go look at 610. So 610 was 25,150. 25,150, although it doesn't matter right now. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Okay, there's the decision. Let's check this decision out. Are we on the right side? We're gonna hold this trendy. We're gonna dump this trendy. Looks like we're about to dump this trendy. Well, strictly speaking, we're like there. See that happening. Can see that happening. Only liquidity is setting 815, 800. So 815, 800 would be your kind of entry. If this doesn't play out, let's go look at the stream. My word, look at dealer positioning. Alleged dealer positioning. Those are some monster strike, some calls, sorry. Monster calls. And these dealers do not want this market to end under 610 today, huh? There has to be a lot of hedging and shit that needs to happen here. So it's like the closer they get there, the better. So they've already taken these guys out here, so they're getting them above. 601, yeah, so that's where it bounced. So it's either below 600 or it's all the way up to 610. So like 609 would be a nice exit. Let's go look at where 609 is. Like I said, 25, 110. In terms of the P.O.E.S strategy, your exit is at 606.70. So 606.70. Yeah. That's not a bad exit, huh? You probably want to exit like there. Take a little bit off the table there at 604. So 605. Take some off the table at 605. Okay, 605 would be here. 24,940. Yeah, take some off the table there. 24,985. Just do the 80 or the 70. And we'll take the other one all the way up to, if it's possible, okay. So we've got 3 exits to go here. But it is getting late in the day. So I am going to let the stream play out and I'll come back later. We'll see what's happening. Get this onto a high time frame. Man is tired today. Yo. Man is tired today. Okay, let's go on to here. Okay. What are we looking at? Last little check. BTC running down. Excuse me. ADA for some reason. Getting a little bit of love. I don't know why that happened. Silver tanking, gold tanking. US 30 down. Everything down. Wonder what the Russell's doing. Oil. You're getting slaughtered. Everything's getting fucking slaughtered. Absolutely slaughterhoused. Am I ready and willing to bet my money on this pushback up? That's the question. So I'm watching the order flow come through. Obviously way more neg than positive everywhere. We have the mother of all sitting down here. So if I get wicked, it's going to be because of that. 800 level. Yeah, if it gets wicked, it's going to be the 800 level. Here. And then it'll end up being like it was yesterday's final trade, where I got wicked out like this with a similar, only to catch the bounce later on. So I'm just thinking, can I sustain that much DD? And the answer to that is unequivocally no. So it's going to be 20.3, 20.6, 20.9. That's 9. I mean, I'd probably have like a trade or two left on this eval if it was managed to stay in there. Oh, this is just looking terrible. Let's have a little gander here at life and think about our life decisions. Life decisions are still respectable. SR here. This would be the trend line, rip through, dump. Let's just see. We are getting a fight back of sorts here. So it's like confidence building, but not confidence at all. Every single pump has been met with a rip. So with that said, I have a few TPs. I have one at 40. I have one at 77. And I have another at 93. It shouldn't be 93. It should be 84. You gotta take both of them there then. Okay, so I got two at 97. Okay, chat. Look after yourself. I'll see you guys later. Whoop. Enjoy.
history, yeah. And when you're alone, do you say my name or you say her name? Yeah. My love, it grows with the memories like a symphony. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love goes, there is also tragedy when we're in too deep. And
Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home, on my own, in the zone. That's the only way I know, feeling low, about to blow back up. Here I never let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way. Even when I'm feeling down, I fight. Even when I don't know what is right, I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shake me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold.
Yo, what a time to walk back in, bruh. Fucking hell. Look at this shit go. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Rub the meats. And we took a TP there. So that was one TP there. Happy days, happy days, happy days. Alright, so that was a TP there. I'm thinking, do I close? Do I close? Do I close? Or do I keep it open? Still got 4 Connies. 4 Connies open, hitting this previous massive put. We busted through that the last time. We didn't even fucking test those. We just went straight through them. But I did catch the fucking toppity tippity of that, which was pretty cool. Did manage to catch the toppity tippity of that, which was pretty cool. That's a pretty toppity tippity there. We did take some L's there earlier on the left, but yeah, we're back to square. This is a brand new TPT. I got 4 of them for the stream. One of them took a max loss, 400. Not the account's max loss, my personal. I'm thinking whether I move maybe one of these like that. We'll take another there, just in case. And then I think we gotta bust the break even at some point, bro. I mean, it's tad ridiculous, don't you think? Okay, so we got left on 2. Left on 2. We took some profit chi there. Not the greatest profit. It's pretty shit, I'll be honest. But we actually pulled ourselves out of a very close to max account daily loss. In fact, if I lose all this open profit, will I go back to break even? I think I would. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'd prefer to be a little bit down. I think there's a little bit of a thing forming here. Another fucking trend line of sorts. Let's have a look on the other. Yeah, you know, it's not even fucking hitting the original trend line. Excuse me. So let's keep one of these little puppies open. What do we take? It's 24.913. 24.913. Yeah. That was actually TB2. Okay. And then let's just duplicate this fucker up here. And of course we took a full TP as well. Which I don't really need to mark out. But we'll do that for brevity. That was TP1. Took there. Just keep it on the both charts. As like I said earlier, we use both. Well, like I said in the description, we use both. We use the NQ heavily. So we have like 2 little trendies going on. We've got like this guy here, and then we've got like this guy here going somewhere here-ish. Another one like forming there. Again, I don't trade trend lines, but price seems to move up in certain ways. Let's just say, like it just seems to travel a lot in certain directions. This doesn't go with like a bias of mine or anything like that, but you know what I mean? I'm looking at something like that. So this would just be like a way for me to like personally exit, you know, because there's obviously been a guy or someone or an entity of sorts, you can even see in between the buys, it's just coming back in, coming back in, coming back in, coming back in, trying to get like the lowest entry for their longs, because these are big players, they don't fucking play games. So they're waiting for all the dumbasses like me to fuck about here, lose some money up here, and then they just kick in hard over there. I'm glad I added heavily though Very glad I added heavily. In fact, there was another L there. So tut on me. But like I said, this is 67 L. These were big. Yeah, 215. And 156. So to this, it's kind of not how I want it to be. But I did add again. I prefer not to. See it there. I mean, I'm not making this shit up. This is on. Is it still streaming? Yeah, we're still streaming. Not making this shit up. It's just for me like a personal exit method. You can use whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't really matter. All this shit's random anyway. So specifically, anytime, anywhere, any place like this, don't go along here. Don't be the fucking dumbass. Don't listen to the trend line either. None of it works. It's just a personal thing for my eyes to look at. Rather wait for it to be down here and then buy it again. If you didn't get that, that's cool. We got nice 288s, 229s. So again, I just didn't want to lose because today, final reiteration, our skew is sitting at 82, negative 82, meaning that all dips are going to dip 86% theoretically harder. It's not a directional bias. It just tends to predict these things where you've got something taking, let's just take it from that wick over there, something taking 7 minutes gets obliterated in a minute every time. And it's not just today, it's in general. I mean, even there from the bottom of this guy, if it'll let me do it. No, it won't let me do it. Let's just check from like the bottom of this guy to the top of that guy. It's like 5 minutes and then obliterated in one.
Jack it up.
All right, chat. Sweet. So, just coming back for the final bits of the day, cleaning up the charts, looking at what's been going on. So, like I said to you, this thing is not my trading point, but it is more like a visual clue as to where price could be going. And where I should start thinking about making an exit, especially when I got positions like this. So I've got just below here, you can see some of that volume areas here where a lot of like connies have been traded. And so I'll just try and sit, I don't know, kind of over here, even though down here is probably about right. I'm not particularly interested in getting a monster loss here. What are we on? Plus 36, so that's probably like minus 36 there. And we would be up for the well 25. Nah, I think that's probably going to take us down to negative 100, so we'll do that there. Yeah, we're just below, so that's cool. And then I just map that out there. This is the last kind of fight for me. I don't give a shit about it anymore after this. It's been it's been a bit of an L there. Well, it's not an L like loss of an account, but a small loss there. We like small loss days. We don't like big loss days. Here we go. But actually, this thing is completely out of whack. It needs to be more like the bottom of that candle. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Okay. There you go. So this dump over here is going to take me out 5-4, and I accept that as a part of my fate. 20 to go, and we're out. There you go. You heard it yourself. Okay, so that's us for the day. What did we do today? 6 up. Alright, cool. 6 up. Yeah, note to self, and as always, man, sitting here trying to trade this for the bounce is really, some of it here I'm very happy with. Volume was supporting there. Again, I was flipping between it. This really was me understanding that we were in a negative gam flip area, and as you can see, that played out magically. So you had a lot of volatility there, and you can guarantee volume at these levels. You can guarantee it. So that's that. And then I got chopped up here a little bit for a max daily loss on one of my stream accounts, but we're still up 57 on that. Sorry, 7. Why did I get 57? 700 on that one. And these are the only two I'm currently playing with on stream. Otherwise, nothing else. So I got chopped up in there. Note to self, especially when you see these kind of things forming. I don't mind trying to take it in here, but again, it's got to be worth my while. Let's have a look. Was it worth my while at any stage today? Yeah. So there was a genuine loss. As part of my strategy, let's look. Let's take that off. And that's so the S1. Yeah, you see here I'm most disappointed about today. This is the most disappointing one of all of them. That probably hurts the most. It's the fact that I was, yeah, right here, short. So right there, my typical POES played out. Here, right here. And that's a close under. And then, yeah, I've got to remember this pattern. It's a nice little pattern there. Yeah, let's just go to select bar. This little pattern, I like this little pattern here. Okay, so here's this pattern I'm talking about. Today it was absolutely bang on and banging. We had a daily POES level, so our proprietary levels coming down, and then the failing volume on the retraces. Yeah, CVD kind of faked us out a bit there, but we should have seen something was fishy in the state of Denmark when we started to get these skiver peels forming here. Some delta fuckery as well. And then of course on the half an hour, which was this one here, popped back up, got close to the POES level, should have traded it down like a champ. In fact, even if I had missed that, this one here was definitely my entries. So I'm pretty miffed about that miss today, considering that we were like even under a 40 point. And what did I end up? Fucking eating shit. Look at that. So I took it on that one. Yeah. Not the best. My back testing results were obviously better, but it's like the heat of the moment, the pressure, the blah blah blah. But at a bare minimum, I should have been there. I like to wait for these, but maybe because I missed that, I could have even jumped in there, close below the high volume. It's another it's another possibility. And then I ate shit over here as well. I know that. So the day that was. Let's have a look at ending up. Yeah, it's a good step out the way. Miffed about that typical push, so I won't miss it again next time. Anyways, dudes, look after yourself. Peace out.